Hi, I'm Leanne and I work in recruitment. I've really found this question to be quite valuable. It's something that I work with daily. And so, in chatting about the selection process, I do think it's of huge significance. And if it's done well, it can streamline the process for the hiring manager, and it also gives the candidate a positive experience with the company. So, to chat about both of those a little bit, streamlining the process for the hiring manager, it's usually a faster timeline if there is a clear selection process in place, because you know the steps you're taking, you have a clear process outlined and how you're going to do it, and who's going to be responsible for each of those points. It offers more complete information on the candidate, and it's easier to compare the candidates because you're collecting the same data on both or on all sides. It's also a cleaner and more organized process, which leads the candidate to feel more at ease throughout. And when the candidate feels at ease, it gives the interviewer a truer glimpse of who that person really is, and that is a huge part of determining fit. So that's a key point for me. And then also a well-organized candidate selection process gives the feeling of transparency, which leads to trust from the candidate. Back to that second point, where it gives the candidate a positive experience with the organization, it shows them that the organization is organized. It shows that they communicate clearly and consistently what their expectations are, what the process is, and what the role itself is. And it helps the candidate determine whether the role and the organization are the right fit for them. So it's important, I think, to point out that both the candidate and the organization, they're mutually interviewing each other, even if some people don't always see it that way. And again, in this part of it too, the candidate feels more at ease and is more themselves. If there isn't a clear or a smooth selection process established, then several things can fall off the wagon. Some of the most important being that the candidate experiences a disorganized and unclear process. And when this happens, the organization is potentially alienating great candidates by dragging the process along or not communicating a clear timeline so that the candidate knows what to expect from the process and when. And when that's the case, then they may move on to other agencies or organizations and accept the role, or just clearly decline out of feeling sort of disrespected, that their time and their energy was not respected by that lack of communication and clarity. And then without the clear process, the organization might gather different information on each candidate, thereby making it more difficult to compare each of the candidates and select the one that is the best fit. Thanks.